everyone, it's Karen from the Geordie Grandma. Welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd do a kind of a chatty get ready with me video today. A little bit of a catch up. A few things have changed, so I thought I'd talk about that and put my makeup on while I'm doing it. So I'll tell you what products I'm using, but chat as I'm doing it. So I'm going to use a primer. This is the Lacura Vita Base Moisturising Primer, which is supposedly a Bobbi Brown dupe. I've been using it for a few weeks now, and it is really nice. Smells lovely. Smells a bit fruity actually, a bit spa-like. Yeah. So I like to use the primer just as a base for the foundation. So if a couple of things have changed in the last 6 months. If you've been watching my channel for a while, I did get a temporary job working at a local hospital for 6 months through a temp agency. For the foundation, I'm going to be using the Lacura Cashmere Glow. I'm just going to put a little bit on my hand here because it's a little bit dark for me. So I'm going to mix it with this Stila lighter foundation that I can't really use on its own because it is so light, and I'm just going to mix those two up and use that. I do like the Lacura, it is really nice. So back to what I was saying. Yeah, I was doing a 6-month temporary contract, just secretarial work at the local hospital. I started in the beginning of February and I finished it the end of July. I'm just putting this on with this little brush and then I'm going to blend it in with one of the Lacura makeup brushes. So I finished at the end of July. I was working full time, full 9 to 5, 5 days a week, and I have to say I really struggled with that. I enjoyed the people I was working with. I found them really friendly, probably the friendliest team I've ever worked with. But because I've been self-employed for nearly 20 years, working from home, I found it really difficult to go out to work 5 days a week. Sorry, that light's not brilliant. I found it really difficult to go out to work 5 days a week. I felt like I had no time for anything else. I don't know whether it's because I'm getting older and by the time I get in from work, have my tea, I just couldn't be bothered to do anything else. But it's not for me. So they have asked us if I'll do 1 day a week. They did try and get us to do 3 days a week, but I said no. But I said I would be happy to do 1 day a week. So hopefully that's what I'm going to be doing in the future. And I'll combine that with trying to build my blog to making enough money that I don't have to worry about getting a full-time job, which is doable. I've got a YouTube channel as well, obviously, but it doesn't make any money yet. Hopefully it will in the future, but I'm not expecting to make us tons of money. But I think the blog could be quite lucrative if I really try and, you know, be persistent with it and consistent with it. I'm going to be starting a blogging course in September. So that's my foundation on. I'm just going to use some of the Lacura Cashmere Glow under my eyes. This is a concealer, so I'll just put some of that under my eyes. Yeah, I'm starting a blogging course in September with a lady called Emma Bradley, who our course has had, you know, brilliant reviews. And I have been following her on Facebook, and I'm in a group of hers on Facebook as well. So I know she is, you know, she walks the talk. Is that what they say? her blogs are very successful, so I'm hoping she can help me boost mine. So I'll keep you posted on what happens there. If you do want to go over and have a look at my blog, I'll leave the link in the description box below. That light keeps going very bright. So if you want to go over and have a look, you can do. I do talk about similar things. It's also called the Geordie Grandma, and it's a lifestyle blog. But a blog gives you a lot more kind of freedom to do different things than the YouTube channel does. So that's quite fun. I'm just going to put a little bit of the Revolution white highlighter, I'm sure it's called, on top of the concealer, just to seal that in a bit. I have got a few dark circles at the moment. So that's where we are with work. I'm not earning anything at the moment, which is not good. I tell a lie, I earned $30 for a blog post that I put up the other day. A company just wanted us to actually upload the post that they'd written with their photos, and I got $30 for it, which is not brilliant, but you know, if you get a few of them, then that's okay. So hopefully that will happen. So that's the foundation on. What next? I've stopped putting bronzer on because I've got a little bit of a tan, and I think the makeup I wear, I don't really need the bronzer. So I'm going to use the Lacura blusher and put some of that on. So yeah, that's work. So hopefully I can boost that, because I do need to earn some money. It's not fair to let Warren earn it. I mean, he's a painter and decorator, and it's, you know, he's 58, and it's not getting any easier on his joints. He's got arthritis in his hands. His knees are dodgy, and it's a hard physical job, you know. So I do need to earn something. So that's the Lacura. Now I just bought this at Primark the other day. It's the Rose Glow highlighter, and it's absolutely beautiful. I'll put some on my hand so you can see it, because I don't think it shows up quite as well on my face. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that. Oh yeah, you can see the shine. It is really, really pretty. So I'm going to put this on as a highlighter. And talking about, you know, arthritis, I'm actually going to the doctor's this morning for a blood test. I've been having real problems with my feet. And again, if you've been following my channel for a while, you know I'm type 2 diabetic, and I have been suffering with what I'm assuming is diabetic neuropathy, because I've had pains in my feet, and my toes are feeling numb, and pins and needles and all that, and through the night it's just horrendous, the pain. But added to that, I was also diagnosed with osteoarthritis in my feet and ankles, which means through the night and first thing in the morning, the pain in my feet is just, it's terrible. It's getting to the point where I just can't bear the pain. When I try and get out of bed on the morning, I really struggle. Getting down the stairs is a nightmare. I'm having to go down the stairs sideways, holding onto the banister. Once I'm up and moving around, you know, after about 20 minutes, half an hour, I'm fine. You know, I don't look like a 90-year-old woman trying to move around. I'm not saying all 90-year-old women are like that, but you know what I mean. So the doctor said that is most likely, she said most likely because I think it's difficult to diagnose, that is osteoarthritis. But she just wanted to check a few other things out to see what is going on, because if I've got neuropathy and osteoarthritis in my feet, you know, that's kind of a double whammy, and that's not good. I'm going to just put some eyeshadow on while I'm talking about this. I'm going to use the Lacura quad that I got, which I think I said is now me go-to eyeshadow. Yeah, so she said just to make, you know, sure and see that there's nothing else going on. She wanted to check out some other things. So I'm getting a blood test because I also suffer from leg cramps, feet cramps, toe cramps, shin cramps, just really, really badly through the night especially. I had thought I'd got rid of the cramps because I've been suffering with them for quite a few years, and then I started taking a B12 and a magnesium, and I thought I got rid of them, but it worked for a while and then it came back. And when you do low carb or keto, unless you take an electrolyte, a tablet or drink or whatever, it can cause leg cramps. And as I'm doing low carb, that has been affecting us. So she wanted to check out a few things. She thought maybe I have a vitamin D deficiency. She wants to rule that out because apparently that can cause leg aches and cramps. I think she was also going to check me iron, although I didn't appear to have an iron deficiency when I had my bloods done last time for me diabetes, but she just wanted to check. And I'm also having a test on Friday that is, they take the pulses in your, I think it's in your wrists and in your ankles, and there's some measurement they do. I think it's called an ABPL test, and they take some measurements to see whether I've got peripheral vascular disease. She doesn't think I've got that because I've never smoked, and apparently that is the main cause of it. So fingers crossed I don't have that. I just feel like I'm falling to bits at the minute. I really do. I've been doing some of Jane Heaton, I think she's called, her yoga on her channel. I've been doing a little bit of that. I can't do the ones where you have to sit on the floor or lie on the floor because I find it really difficult to get up off the floor, which is crazy. And I've also been, the last couple of weeks, I've been trying some Pilates, which is mainly stretching, which I found quite helpful, you know, for my legs and everything, and it's quite good for balance. But I do feel like I'm falling to bits. I really like this eyeshadow. Just going to put a little bit of the dark brown just in the corners because I have got quite hooded eyes. They are starting to fold over, so I just put a little bit on the corners to try and lift that a little bit. So yeah, that's the blood test today, and then the ABPL test on Friday, and hopefully they can help us because, like I say, the pain, it's not so bad through the day. It's much worse at night time. It's worse when I'm sitting still, which didn't help when I was working, you know, 5 days a week sitting at a desk. I was having to get up at least every hour and go for a walk around the hospital just to get me just to get myself moving, because I found when I sat for a while and then got up, it was really difficult to move around. So hopefully they can get that sorted out, and I don't particularly want to take any more medication if I can help it. I already take medication for my diabetes, so I don't really want to take any more. That looks fine. So we'll see what's going on. Yeah. So how's your week been? I decided to go to Gateshead on the bus yesterday. Where's my eyeliner? I'm looking for my eyeliner. Yeah, I decided to go to Gateshead on the bus. So I go to Reckington, which isn't far from where I live. It's about a 5-minute walk. Get the bus from Reckington, and it's probably maximum 10 minutes if I get the express bus from Reckington to Gateshead. I had just missed the express bus, So I decided to get the 52, which I wasn't sure where it went, but it did say that it went to Gateshead via Hollow Green, Lowfell and Reckington. So I thought, right, we'll get on this. And I said to the driver, can I have a ticket to Gateshead, please? And he said yes, and gave us my ticket. 45 minutes later, I was just getting off that bus. 45 minutes, which I could have walked to Gateshead in that time. I really could. This is an Avon eyeliner, by the way. It's a gel eyeliner. And I found this really difficult to sharpen until I bought the Avon sharpener. So you can only use this with an Avon sharpener. But I do like the eyeliner. It's really nice. I'm going to be using the Nobu mascara, which is my favourite mascara. So yes, 45 minutes later, I get off this bus. It went, you know, these buses that just go all around the world. And if you know the area, you know, if you live in this area, it went through. I knew as soon as I got on the bus, instead of going straight down, it turned off. And I thought, no. And it went through Leam Lane, it went through Springwell, it went through Hewitt, it went through Felling. It just was one of these buses that went everywhere. And it stopped at every single stop. And at every turn, I'm thinking, oh my God, am I ever going to get to Gateshead? You know, I was only going to Tesco. I wanted to have a look and see if there was any clothes to do a try-on haul. And I do need some kind of autumn wear, and I feel like I need some new tops. If I'm going to go back to work one day a week, I feel like I need some new tops. But there was nothing in Tesco that I liked the look of, so I didn't get anything. But yeah, I was so fed up with sitting on this bus. And while I was on the bus, I know there was quite a lot of mothers getting on with prams. And there was this lady got on with the double buggy. And they weren't going to let her on the bus because they said there was no room for her. And then so the lady said, well, I'll move my pram along and get on. But it must be a nightmare. You know, if you've got 2 children in a pram and you're trying to get on a bus, and then the baby was sick and she had to take the baby out the cot and give it to this woman who was, you know, sitting beside her and said, well, you hold the baby while I clean the pram up. I felt really sorry for her, but she was, she had 3 children, a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old and a 6-week-old baby. And I admire her, you know. I find getting a bus really, oh damn, I've gone and put some mascara on my eye. I do that quite often. I find just getting a bus, myself, is quite traumatic. I don't like getting the bus. So getting on a bus with 3 children under 4 must be a nightmare. So yeah, a big shout out to all those mothers who get on buses with babies and prams. But I don't like getting the bus. I don't mind the express, then it goes straight through. Does anybody else get the bus? I can't drive. I did have lessons when I was 17 and I was completely rubbish at it. Don't know whether I had a bad instructor, whether I'm just not cut out for driving, but I never bothered after that. And I'm not very observant when I'm out on the roads. I don't know, and now I think I would be too nervous. Maybe it's something I'll think about in the future, because it is quite difficult sometimes if I want to go somewhere and, you know, Warren's at work and Nicola's not available to take us, and Simon, my son, works 5 days a week, so it is quite difficult. So if I don't like getting buses, maybe I should learn how to drive, but then I'd need another car and that's too expensive, so maybe that's not the thing. My eyebrows I don't know what's going on with them. I had them microbladed a couple of years ago, which I said I would never get done again because I really didn't like it. I put a link into a blog post I wrote about my experience if you want to have a read. I liked it after about 2 months, but the experience, no, I didn't like it. So I think I may have to just get some kind of eye pencil and sort them out and maybe pluck them. but they do need something doing with them at the moment. So that is my eyeshadow on. I just need to put my lipstick on. I'm going to use a Charlotte Tilbury lip liner, which looks like it needs sharpening. Yeah, so that was my driving experiences. It's really dull out today, I have to say. I'm so sick of the rain. We booked a holiday. I feel like a ventriloquist dummy trying to put this on and talk. We booked a holiday for September and we're going to Dubrovnik, and I really can't wait. I thought Dubrovnik, which is in Croatia if you didn't know, was going to be really, really expensive, which is why I've avoided it when we booked holidays in the last few years. But when we went to the travel agents, I said, can we just have a look at Dubrovnik? And there was a really good deal. So we're going to Dubrovnik and I can't wait. We are really huge Game of Thrones fans, and some of Game of Thrones, as you might know if you've watched it, was filmed in Dubrovnik. So I'm very excited to go on a Game of Thrones type tour around there. Surely they've got one or they'll mention it. But it just looks like such a beautiful place to go. I really can't wait. We're going for 7 nights, so I'm really looking forward to that. Lipstick, this is a, I'm not sure what make this is. Might even just be Rimmel pink blush. Are you got a holiday booked this year? I'd like to know where you're going. I like ideas. Sorry, it's difficult to talk and put makeup on at the same time. There's my lipstick. I'm just going to put a bit of the Lacura setting spray on. I usually end up with this all over me t-shirt. There we go. I do feel like it gives us more of a glow for some reason, the setting spray. I don't know if it keeps my makeup on longer or not, because I've been using it for that long. I can't remember where it's like not to use it. So yeah, I might actually keep my hair behind my ears today because it's looking a right mess, and I am only going to the doctor's. So that was a bit of a mismatched chatty video. I just thought while I was putting my makeup on, I thought I'd have a chat with you, give you a little catch up on what the work situation is. If you could go across and have a look at my blog, read a couple of the posts, it would really help us boost me views, which is what Google want to see. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I usually do a little bit more interesting videos. I'll be back on Sunday with the Sunday Sunshine Show in the Transatlantic Housewives collaboration, and Sunday is our favourite holiday destinations. We're all doing somewhere different, so I hope you come along on Sunday. Tune in on Sunday and see what all of our favourite holidays were, and hopefully you'll find that interesting. So thanks so much for watching. That's all I've got for you today. Have a lovely day, have a lovely weekend, or have a lovely week whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you soon. So bye for now.